Hello friends, it is Link the Gulf Coast Gardener. Today is Wednesday, August the 7th, and we are not on the Gulf Coast. We are not in Galveston. We're not even in Texas. We're actually in Kraków, Poland for a summer vacation. And while we're here, I thought I'd give you a walking tour and maybe we can find some cool flowers as well. So let's get started. Now we're going to start just outside of Old Town looking at the Barbican. This is a great view of this medieval fortification. Most of the city walls have been destroyed and removed, but the Barbican's still in place and is absolutely beautiful. Now another reason to start on this side is we can get a great look at the Grunwald Monument. This is dedicated to the Battle of Grunwald, of course, also known as Tannenberg, where the combined Polish and Lithuanian armies defeated once and for all the Teutonic Knights, which had, of course, set up base near the Baltic Sea, and they were basically running their own little country. And you know, the Poles and Lithuanians finally just got tired of it, and we brought in some of the hussars, the fantastic Polish troops, and defeated the Teutonic Knights at Grunwald. This is a fantastic statue. Be sure to check it out. It's also right by the monument to the unknown soldier. So great place to start your Old Town walk. Now the Grunwald Monument is just over in that direction across the street, and we are back at the Barbican, which guards the entrance to the Old Town. And as we walk this way, you'll see one of the more famous sites in Kraków, which is the Florian Gate. Now, if you get here around 6 in the morning, 6 or 6:30, it is deserted of people. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to see what's going on around here. So the Florian Gate gets you into the Old Town. Now, here's a tip for you. If you need access to the bus station or the train station, head down the Planti, which is the big park that surrounds the Old Town. This used to be the city walls, but now it's this fantastic green belt. You gotta walk the entire Planti. It's a couple of miles, it's beautiful, it's full of greenery, and it's worth your time. And it's also a direct route to the bus station and the train station. It's also where the mall is, if you're interested in that kind of stuff. So let's head into the city. Passing through the Florian Gate, and the first thing you see is a beautiful St. Mary's Cathedral down in the square. And this is also a well-known spot. If you're looking for some local art, some painting, it's always a big display here. Very popular. Great spot to take pictures or to pick up some artwork. And you see lots of these around town now. These weren't here the last time we were in Kraków, these golf carts. You can get guided golf cart tours all around the Old Town, over to Kazimierz, the Jewish Quarter, wherever you want to go. So this is Florianska Street, which makes sense because it just popped through the Florian Gate. And this is a great place to start. Lots of things to buy and shop. Polish pottery, absolutely beautiful. Lots of souvenirs. You'll see lots of kebab stands like that. If you want to get a quick meal, not that expensive, really tasty. You're going to see an ice cream shop everywhere. Lots of ice cream. Now here's a useful place. This is a Zabka. This is basically a little convenience store. If you need to pick up some water, some supplies, some snacks, they've got a really nice coffee machine just inside the door as well. The coffee shops like Starbucks and the Costa Coffee just past the entrance, they don't open till something like 8 o'clock. If Zabka is open early, you can go grab a quick coffee and it's not very expensive at all. Mountain Warehouse, little store over there if you need some camping gear, or I needed socks, so pick up some supplies there, not that expensive. Hostel, Lots of places around here to stay, both inexpensive and expensive. Flying Tiger, my friend Owen loves that store. Swatch shop if you're in the market for a watch. Now this is the Wyndham Grand in Krakow Old Town. This is actually where we're staying, so you can see we are right in the middle of the action. I like this hotel. It's not the cheapest, but it's a great location. We're on the first floor around the side. It can be kind of noisy first thing in the morning or in the evenings, but you can just jog down the stairs and you don't have to worry about the elevator. So if you're going to stay at the Wyndham Grand in Old Town, just stay on the first floor. You don't want to deal with the elevator. And it's got a nice restaurant over here, the Trattoria de Gusti. Garbage trucks blocking my view. Really nice Italian restaurant. What you're going to discover is there are a ton of Polish restaurants, of course, and a ton of Italian food places. Excellent pizza. And they've also got this duck-filled Italian pasta dish. I can't think of the name of it. It's really common. You know what it is. I just can't think of it. But it's wonderful. Really good food and not that expensive. Now, if you're coming to Poland, you need to get pączki. This is basically the Polish donuts. So good. You can see they're 9 zloty, 10 zloty. Basically, it's 4 zloty to $1, so $2.50 for the best donut you've ever had in your life. You definitely want to get some of these. I would just start out with the Rosa. Amazing filling. I'm going to get some of these soon. Fantastic. Walking down the main street. You see we're getting closer to the square. Lots of amber. Poland's known for amber. Check out World of Amber. And you may not be thinking about getting a haircut, but if you are, there's a place called Claudia's. It's basically a really nice salon. My wife's had her hair done there a couple of times already. So ladies, if you're looking for a place to get your hair done, check out Claudia's right on Florian. And I just had a haircut and it was excellent. So great spot. Sephora right on Florianska. Also a Starbucks. Doesn't open till 8 o'clock though. I was kind of surprised. I'm not a big fan of Starbucks, to be honest. I think the coffee's bitter. So honestly, I prefer the cheap coffee from the Zabka. It's not bad at all. Lots of little snack places over there. You can see it's pretty crowded, but not too bad. We arrived last Thursday, and honestly, Sunday was a bit of a zoo. Lots of people, elbow to elbow. So this is enough people to make it interesting, but not too crowded. So I don't mind at all. Now coming up on the right, this is a very common Polish snack. It's not very expensive at all. 3 or 4 zloty, 75 cents maybe. Really good. Kind of like a big pretzel, a big piece of bread. You need something that's filling and quick and you don't want to wait. 75 cents and basically a meal. Now of course, once we are down, now we're on the Old Town Square. This is the largest medieval square in all of Europe. Now, this is the giant church. This is the St. Mary's Church, which has got some scaffolding around it, unfortunately, but really pretty church. Let me get back in focus here. There we go. Giant Old Town Square. That's the Cloth Hall over there. And then it's just surrounded with these with cafes everywhere. So if you want to sit outside and do some people watching, grab a beer, get something to eat, you got to do it at least once in the market square. Might be a little more expensive than some of the side streets, but I've actually found that the quality is quite good. Some people complain, they say some of these places are tourist traps, but we've had good luck with all this stuff. Only one place have we been dissatisfied with the food. I won't even mention it because you're not even going to stumble across it. Not a great look at the church under construction, but this is where the famous altarpiece is. The triptych that opens up. It's this beautiful wooden carving. You might have to get tickets to go inside and see it. We've seen it a couple times. It's worth it. Didn't go this year. And this is also where you hear the famous trumpet on the hour that commemorates when the Krakow trumpeter announced the invasion of the Tatars. But he was killed in mid-note. It's every hour. It's pretty touching. Check it out. Beautiful down here. The square is fantastic. Just row after row of cafes. And this is the Cloth Hall. Definitely worth a visit. Now, I was out here the other morning at about 6 o'clock and it was empty. I got some great pictures. Beautiful panorama of the Cloth Hall without a single soul other than myself. Really nice, but lots of fun to go down to the main square. Wander around here. Everything's so pretty. Hard Rock Cafe. There's some American stuff here. You know, I don't go to the Hard Rock Cafe in America, so why would I do it in Poland? So I like the Polish food. Got to get some pierogies, of course. You need to get your cutlet schabowe, the famous pork chop. You can get that at almost every Polish restaurant. It's really good. This is the statue to Adam Mickiewicz, famous Polish poet. And lots of flowers. Poles love their flowers. You always get fresh flowers around here. And let's wander over towards the Cloth Hall. This is a really famous structure. Inside, there's a marketplace that stretches from one end to the other. Basically souvenirs and knickknacks, carvings. They sell amber, all kind of stuff. Now up here, you see the umbrellas? It's kind of a secret spot. There's a little cafe up there, and you can see there's plenty of empty seats. So it's a great spot to go grab a cup of coffee, maybe a beer. They've got some snacks. The food's not bad. Listen to the bell toll. And watch the people. Now there's also a really nice museum up on the second floor. Some beautiful Jan Matejko paintings, beautiful sculptures. Jan Matejko is kind of the patron artist of Poland. Some huge, remember when I mentioned the trumpet? I don't know if you can hear it, but he's playing right now, so really cool, quite touching. Anyway, there's a great museum up on the second floor of the Cloth Hall. It's free on Tuesdays. I think today's Wednesday. We went yesterday for free. It wasn't crowded at all. Otherwise, you'll need a ticket, which isn't expensive. Now check out the Cloth Hall. It is a buzz of activity. All kind of stuff in here. I mean, we've got, just name it, it's here. Hats and jewelry and purses, little carvings, clothes, more hats. You can see it goes all the way down there and all the way back this way. Really cool. Check out the Cloth Hall. You pick up some great souvenirs. Get you something with Poland on it. Viva Polska. Now on this side of the Cloth Hall, you've got more markets. So now let's make our first point about a flower. I see these all over the place. These look like geraniums. This is what I assume they are. They feel like geraniums, but they're trailing, and you see these all over Krakow. So I'm assuming these are just trailing geraniums. I'll have to figure out what they are and get my hands on some of these back home. But this side of the Cloth Hall is also really cool. Lots of markets. Pick up some clothes, some souvenirs, some carvings. They've got Polish pottery. And they've got lots of great food, which is really what we're most interested in, right? You need some magnets? Outside of Cloth Hall, no problem. And then check out, there's a nice little stage. They usually have music playing. There'll be some people out here playing music later. Pretty cool. And look at these beautiful geraniums. I assume that's what they are. I mean, these look almost like petunias. So I'm really not sure, but anyway, absolutely beautiful. Doesn't get too hot here, so they can have flowers all summer. Now this is the famous mountain cheese There'll be lines for this stuff. So good. Smoked cheese, grilled cheese. Oh my God, it's delicious. Pick up a beer, a Okochum on tap. Highly recommend it. Okochum's fantastic beer. And then here's the good stuff. We've got all kind of food. We've got pierogies and potatoes. We've got sausages, a big old ham hock. Dzień dobry. Trust me, you want this. Fantastic. And over here, more cafes. Absolutely wonderful. Market Square. You can spend a whole day here, no problem. Now we're ultimately headed towards the castle. But I'm going to show you some of the spots that we've discovered. Now this is a cool little place. Over here under this clock tower, it's another little restaurant and bar. It's really nice at night. Of course, it has a whole different vibe at night than it does in the daytime with the beautiful lights. But this square, fantastic. Another Starbucks over on the corner. Now, this has become, over in the corner, let me walk a little bit more. This has become our favorite little bar. I'm not sure if it's open right now, but this is a great restaurant just off the main square on the corner. And one of the reasons we like it so much is they open up these doors and you sit right in the doorway and look at the square. You can't tell now, the doors are closed of course, but gosh, this is a great place. Great service, really nice people, fantastic music. The doors will be open later. Come get yourself a drink, sit and watch the people. Get some of the pate. It's really good. Pate's excellent. The menu looks fantastic. So let me take a look and show you what the name of this place is. It is called Czestoka. Looks like opens at 2 o'clock today. On the weekends it opens at noon. Cocktail bar and food. Great place. Sit outside. Sit inside at some of the nice fancy tables. Highly recommended. You will love this place. And you can see it's just off the main square, so great view. You can watch the people. More restaurants, of course, lots of bars, lots of places to sit, even in the height of summer. There's plenty of tables. No problem. Sphinx. It's kind of a Polish fast food. You see those all over the place. Good stuff. I wouldn't say it's really authentic, but you know, it's not bad. More cafes. You'll see this a lot. You'll see Żywiec, Polish beer. Lots of people like it. More cafes, really nice. Still around the outside of the square. You can see how big this is. It's just cafe after cafe. This is back to look at the Cloth Hall with the church behind it. It's a nice shot. More tours. You know we like our golf cart. It's a good shot. Beautiful, beautiful. Bring a book with you, bring a couple of books, even just to sit out here. Enjoy the cafe life. It's not expensive. Even down on the square, it's probably the most expensive part of Krakow. I would still estimate it's about half the price of typical American restaurants. More cafes. I mean, this is the type of stuff you get here. This is just so nice. We're not in Kansas anymore. We're certainly not in Texas. Look how beautiful. I mean, are you kidding me? Of course. More Lodi ice cream. You guys are gonna love Krakow, trust me. This is the Wenzel Cafe Bistro, just on the main square. Really nice food. Going around the corner, of course, lots of flower boxes. Fantastic, beautiful cafes. I think that's the Grey Goose restaurant. And this apparently, this is a bit of a famous restaurant if I'm not mistaken. This is like the classic old school Polish food. It's basically a price fix menu. You can see they start you out with smoked deer tartare. It's lots of gamey food, dumplings with wild boar, wild fowl, roe deer saddle for the main course. So, and then more of the classic menu is more the stuff you're familiar with. So food is fantastic here in Poland. Tradicja, traditional, I'm assuming. Traditional Polish food, 1364. It's pretty traditional. Let's keep walking, head towards the castle, maybe get over in the shade a little bit. Not so bright. More of those Polish snacks. I haven't had one, so I'm going to have to try one. 3 zloty. That's basically 75 cents. I'm sure you'll be full if you eat a whole one of those things. I'm headed towards the castle. Off in the distance. Okay? Pączki. Don't forget to get your pączki. The Polish donuts. It's worth coming to Poland just to get a pączki. Trust me. Kantor, change. That's where you can exchange your money. Exchange rate is roughly $1 for 4 zloty. So if something costs 40 zloty, that's $10. Bring your Visa or MasterCard. Some places accept Amex, a lot of them don't. So just be ready with the Visa card. And they will always give you a choice of Polish zlotys or American dollars when you use your charge card. Always choose zloty, Polish currency. You'll get a better exchange rate. Mr. Beef, Steakhouse and Burger. When we lived in Warsaw years ago, there was no steak or beef anywhere. Now it's really common. So Steakhouse and Burger, Mr. Beef, funny name. And down the road here is a place called Ribs on Fire. Really nice public transportation. You'll see these trams everywhere. We don't really ride them because we're walking everywhere. Cars tend to yield to pedestrians. You can assume they will, but be careful. Really pretty church down that way. Lots of beautiful churches. 3 McDonald's in Krakow now. When we were here 15, 16 years ago, there was only one. So, you know, if you like McDonald's, it's here. Continuing our walk towards Wawel Hill and Wawel Castle. Lodi everywhere, which is ice cream, of course. Beautiful day today, 72 degrees, sunny, perfect. We had some rain our first couple of days. It got downright chilly a couple of nights ago, but today, perfect. Kebab place next to the pizza place. Lots of pizza, lots of Italian food. Most of the restaurants are either Polish food or Italian food. I was surprised how much Italian there is here. And so far what we've had is pretty good. Excellent pizza, as I mentioned, back at the hotel. Not that expensive. Pizzatopia. It's both fast and social. Seems to be pretty popular. Lots of people out trying to hand you stuff. Really nice people. Just say no thank you. Prosecco, Oyster Bar, Hotel Sanatsky. Lots of hotels in the Old Town. There's also plenty of places to stay just outside of Old Town, so you don't have to stay in the Old Town Square. If you want a little more peace and quiet, you can get a hotel that's easily walkable. It's probably going to be cheaper as well. Now, this is the Church of the Apostles, and it's really a famous site. Looks like they've got concerts going on here. I haven't been inside. I'm going to have to go check this out, but really pretty church, as you can see. Got the apostles up here. And this is a good landmark to give you an idea where to turn. Because instead of going straight down this road to the castle, we're going to cut through this square so we can go see the residence of Pope John Paul, which is just around the corner. Really pretty square. Turn around here and get another shot of that church. Look how nice. Church of the Apostles. More cafes, lots of great spots. Everywhere you walk, there's going to be pretty cafes. Check out these cobbled streets. Cobbles, cool, old school. Hotel Copernicus, literally next to the castle. Not bad. Nice little museum over on this side. Haven't been inside. We briefly stuck our head in there. Lots of museums in Krakow, of course. So you can easily fill a week visiting churches and museums, and be sure to get in all of your restaurant time. Now this is a pretty famous spot. This is the home of Pope John Paul II. He lived here between 1951 and 1967. Of course, Poland's patron saint, the beloved Pope. There's some pretty famous video or pictures, if I'm not mistaken, of him up on this second deck, second floor, talking to people. There's a museum here as well, if you want to go see the Museum of Archdiocese Cardinal Karol Wojtyła. Polish is so hard. Too many vowels, but really nice. But anyway, residence of Pope John Paul and the museum. And here is Wawel, getting close. Who doesn't love a good castle? We're going to have to go storm the gates shortly. And of course, more of these same plants, geraniums. These creeping geraniums. Really pretty. They make it look so easy. You know, we sometimes struggle with our plants in Zone 9B, but here, everything just flowers. Lots of tours. If you need a tour, no problem. You can do a golf cart tour. You can do a walking tour. English, of course, is available. Any language you need. Now, here is our beautiful Wawel. Got some construction work going on this particular rampart. We're going to be walking up a different one. Absolutely beautiful. So let's go. Golf cart tours, I mentioned them. Good place to pick one up over here. Now, entrance into the castle grounds is free. You don't need a ticket. You can see there's lots of people headed up, but even in the height of summer, it's a big place. It's really not that crowded. So you don't need a ticket to go on the castle grounds and see a lot of really cool stuff, including some really neat gardens. But if you want to go see the inside of the cathedral, which is where the tombs are, down on the basement level below ground, is really cool. I always go see the tombs every year. They've got like the crypts of a bunch of Polish kings. You can go see the tomb of Marshal Pilsudski, Polish hero, defeated the Russians in 1920. Really good story. If you want to read a book about Poland before you come to Poland, check out the Michener book called Poland. It's basically a detailed history of Poland all the way up through the 70s, I think is when the book starts. Really good. Really give you a feel for Poland, the struggles they've been through, a lot of them self-inflicted, but always in the middle of somebody's war. Beautiful as you get into the castle. Charming fellow up there on a horse. And as I was mentioning, you don't need tickets to go on the grounds. Now, if you want to go into the cathedral, you want to go into the armory, you want to go into see the crown jewels, you do need a ticket. And as you can see, there can be lines. So today it's pretty busy. We were here yesterday and there wasn't a line at all, but just buy your tickets in advance. It's easy to get them online. They'll be on your phone. It's no problem. Tickets aren't expensive, but buy them in advance. You won't have to wait in line. There's more ticket offices inside as well. Maybe they're less busy. But here we are, making our way up to the castle. Little bistro. There's 4 or 5 bistro cafes on the castle grounds. That's the first one. So if you get to the top of the first rampart and you want something to eat or drink, take a right, you'll get there. We actually toured the cathedral yesterday. Believe it closes at 4 or 4:30. Check the schedule. We got in just in the nick of time. But you can see there could be a line, but it moves pretty quickly. This is the entrance to the cathedral. As soon as you get to the top of that particular entrance, you're there. You don't got to wander around inside. If you want to jump straight to the cathedral tour, see the tombs, see the cathedral, see Sigismund's bell, as soon as you get to the top of the ramp I just walked up. Really pretty church, as you can see. Wawel Cathedral. And here's another ticket office, as you can see. There's several scattered around the grounds. So if you don't want to wait in that first line, doesn't look to be too long of a line right there. And check it out, here we are. We're in the castle grounds. Here's a look at the church from this side. There's a beautiful courtyard over there we'll go check out in a minute. Just beautiful. Really pretty. Very popular spot. But even here in the height of summer, it's not that crowded. And it's free. There's so much to see for free in Krakow. You can just wander around. You can pay to go see the exhibits, but you can also just wander the grounds, enjoy yourself, get a cup of coffee, grab a beer, pivo. It's wonderful. Another tour group. Museum store, if you want to go pick up some souvenirs. Might have to check that out later. There's a really pretty courtyard back here. Oh my goodness, battery's running low. Let's hope we have enough charge. So this is a really pretty courtyard. Check this out. Absolutely beautiful. I was here this morning about 7:30 and I was the only person here. So it's kind of neat to see people. It's also kind of neat to take pictures when no one else is around. Now somewhere around these walls there's supposedly one of the chakras, one of the stones of mystical power built into the wall of Wawel. I'm not sure where it's at, but I'm sure if you ask, someone will tell you. Go get your chakra on. Souvenirs, postcards, magnets. Back out to the castle grounds. Let's go check out some flowers. Really pretty out here. Looks like balloon rides available, if you're into that. Must admit, that would be pretty cool. So let's go walk over here. There's some really cool ruins. I finally found a plaque that told me what it was. It's basically, there were a couple of churches that were out here. St. Michael's Church, St. Anthony's Church. I'm not sure. It's on the other side. I can go verify, but look how cool that is. These old ruins. 2 churches were here. One here and one over there. And more of the foundation right there. How cool is that? Photo op right here. Nice. Oh, sorry. Get you some local art. Absolutely beautiful. And another place to grab some coffee. Some Lodi, ice cream of course. Lines aren't too long, even though it's really busy. Plenty of chairs. And someday, when I grow up, I hope to have flowers like this in my yard. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Those are big old no, I'm not sure what those are in the back. They're either verbena or they are salvias. I think they look like they have square stems from here. Really pretty. Black-eyed Susans, some sort of white daisies. Really pretty. More over here. These beautiful blue flowers. Marigolds. Marigolds almost look common with all the other beautiful flowers. This gorgeous flowering bush covered in bees. No idea what that is. More black-eyed Susans. These flowering pink things. Phlox, I'm guessing. And look at this sea of black-eyed Susans. Are you kidding me? Why can't I have this? Really pretty. Lots of cone flowers. Lots of echinacea. There's some down there. There's a bunch of different colors. We'll see them. Some sunflowers. That's nice. These look like big asters, don't they? I wonder if there's some sort of aster. Almost has to be. Beautiful. More flowers. Like those look like almost the lamb's ear type of things, or I forget what they're called, deer tongue maybe. Really pretty, and they're flowering like everything else here. More of those salvia or verbena. Those are probably salvias. They almost have to be. You guys know I love salvia. Looks like they do well here as well. I looked these up earlier. These are the verbena. Look how pretty these things are. Pollinators love them. Absolutely beautiful verbena. Big tall plants, like, 6 feet tall. They're as tall as me. So we wander over here. Giant bushes of some sort of maybe sunflower, I'm guessing. That's what this looks like. Sunflowers of some sort. Beautiful. Not sure what these guys are, but they're beautiful nonetheless. And look at this entryway. Kidding me? How pretty is that? One can dream. More of the verbena, and then look at these beautiful cone flowers. Just mounds of them everywhere. I've had trouble growing cone flowers in Texas because I always try to get them started in the spring. I'm gonna plant cone flowers in the fall this year. Hopefully they'll get nice and established, and then I'll have beautiful flowers in the summer. Look at these guys, these beautiful red ones with the verbena behind it. Outstanding. Flows right into some more of the limey green white ones. Some more beautiful flowering things of some sort. Sedum, the bees love the sedum. How pretty is that? Just bees everywhere. More sedum, more cone flowers. Look at those beauties back there. Wow, really nice. And look at this. Look at these guys. These flowers are mocking me. I really need flowers like this. And these are some giant phlox. I ID'd these earlier. Look how pretty. My goodness. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. As we walk over here, another little cafe. Actually had a little beer there yesterday. Really nice. Great little cafe. They're just scattered all around this place. More flowers. All these perennials are fantastic. Now, this is a little butterfly flitting by. I haven't seen many butterflies. Some little blue guy. Lots of bees. More. Look how pretty. These are so tall and beautiful. Another big stand of these black-eyed Susans. I can only assume that's what these are. How beautiful is that? Really nice. More tickets. See, pick your line wisely. We've seen several places where there were no lines at all. I'm not sure if they're waiting to buy tickets. If they are, they should be in a shorter line somewhere. They even have the old-fashioned zinnia. Check it out. Not bad. Not bad at all. They're back over to those ruins again. The two old churches. Even the ground cover is pretty here. When you have the right weather, you can grow so much nice stuff. Try to get focused on that. How pretty. Really nice. Making the loop around. Hello, chillin'. Definitely a Kodak moment. Beautiful flowers. Amazing. Look at these guys. I mean, if you're not getting some good ideas, I don't know what else I can show you. I need to do this. Look at all the different levels and heights and colors and textures. Absolutely beautiful. And then one more big patch. Look at these roses. Poles are famous for roses, and this is the prettiest rose garden I've seen since I've been here. Look how nice this is. Stretches all the way around there. There's some cool chairs over here. If you grab a snack, you can sit over here under the tree and eat. Look at the flowers, look at the people. Really nice. Well, let's go around the corner. Beautiful castle buildings here. And look at this ivy, how pretty it is. Covering the side of this building. Absolutely stunning. All the different colors. This is called a tree. We really don't have those in Galveston, at least where I live. Must be nice. Really nice. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the, what would you call this? The stems, the stalks, the trunks. This ivy is so old, it has trunks. Grows up the side of the building. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Amazing. Let's run around the corner. Now we're 42 minutes in. If you're still with me, and the video stops unexpectedly, it's because the battery went dead. Let's go wander over here real quick. This is another cafe. It's called the Dragon's Den, but it's also a beautiful little garden. Look at these ground covers growing in shade. Really pretty. Nice little cafe. Kind of a little hidden gem. Grab you a pivo, a big glass of wine, a little coffee. Admire the plants. Oh, these rock plants. Look at these guys growing out of the rocks. Ground covers. Absolutely beautiful. And the river is just over the wall there. Let's go take a look. We drop down the stairs. And here's the Wisła River, the Vistula. How pretty. They've got some boat tours. You can sort of see them over there. I bet it's really pretty at night. Beautiful tour. The castle must be awesome when you're driving by at night. And the Dragon's Den is down here somewhere. I think the Dragon's down there, right below us. See all the kids playing around the Dragon's Cave. Perfect little picture spot. Go check out a couple of more things while we have battery. Visitor Center, information. Backside of the castle. People are waiting in line for something. And this is a tower that you can climb up. You need to buy tickets, but you can venture up to the top. If you like walking up some stairs, get a good view of everything, I imagine. And then here's another little kind of hidden spot. It's the backside of that cafe that we were just at. You can come over here and get some shade. Got views of the city. And you can see we're back around to the castle grounds. So there we are. Gonna sneak down here. Get a good view of the castle. Lots of bees that buzz around. They're not aggressive. Don't swat them. They won't sting you. Cool little walkway down to the Planty area. You get back to the trail that goes around the old town.
Ale na pewno nie miecz.
Dragon sighting. Pretty impressive walls. Heading over towards the little dragon statue. Lots of tourist stuff. Souvenirs. Information about cruises. Oh, you can get your Viswa river cruise here. So that's cool. If you want to get info on a river cruise, head over towards the dragon statue. Lots of cheap trinkets and whatnot. And again, I was here this morning before 8, and I was the only person here. So if you're an early bird and you want to get this place all to yourself, get here at 7:30 or so. Now it's a zoo, but it's still cool and it's fun. There's our dragon statue, the Wawel dragon. Now about every minute or two, he spouts fire. I stumbled across that yesterday. That's what everyone's kind of waiting for. I want to take a picture when he spouts fire. And here's a better look at the river. Cool, huh? So these river cruises would be neat. And look, there's even another level below you can hike on, walk on. Looks nice. Little cafe down there. Get a beer on the river. Well, that's the trip from the Grunwald Monument through the Florian Gate, past the Barbican, through the Old Town, and down all the way to Wawel Castle to the Vistula River. The Viswa, the beautiful Viswa. Thanks so much for taking time. If you're still with me, I really do appreciate it. Hey, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like it. I realize this is a gardening channel, but we're not in Galveston today, so I thought I'd give you guys a little tour of Krakow. Be sure to share it with your friends. Hey, if you're looking for a great vacation spot, Poland should be on your list. It is wonderful. I recommend coming in the summer, although the Christmas markets in wintertime are fantastic as well. But summertime, shorts and t-shirts, maybe a sweater in the evening. The weather's phenomenal. The food is fantastic. Great drinks, great beer. They even have good wine nowadays. So there's no reason not to visit Poland. It's not expensive compared to the rest of Europe. It's probably half the cost of France or Italy, maybe even less. It's half the cost of the United States. It's just a fantastic place to visit with excellent food and very interesting history. So thanks again for watching, and don't forget, as always, have a fantastic day.